Good evening, everybody. It's so lovely to see you all, and I want to do a massive shout out to Glenda for the week before last for covering for me. I do truly appreciate it, my lovely. So thank you very much. I was basically having work, and I come back in Birmingham, and it was a bit of a long old trek. So firstly, a massive thank you to Glenda for covering for me that week. So I do really appreciate it. So how are you all? Please drop down to let me know how you are. We'll do some hellos, we'll do the lovely poem, because you know I do like to put a poem in here, and then we'll do our evening of mediumship. Now what you will see is down at the bottom that Facebook does ask, and it is Facebook for stars. SPTV is 100% free. There is no need for you to give any stars. So please, if you do see the star banner, please ignore it, because we are, as a channel, as presenters, as the producer, we offer our services for free, and that is where this lovely channel has always started from. And hasn't it been exciting seeing all the new presenters? I've started to become one of the old ones now. We've got some wonderful people, and please keep looking out, because there will be more shows coming through. Richard is being funny. We've got 2 new shows coming out, so you've got to now click in and make sure you click on the button to like and follow, so you get notifications of the other shows. How exciting! I'm terrible. I'm on SBTV the whole entire time, so if you ever see my name, please say hello, because I love to say hello to you all. So let's do some hellos, the lovely Richard. I have missed you, even though I generally talk to you every so often. I will say I have missed Richard as well. Good evening, Terry. How are you? I know you're saying hello to me and hello to Richard. And what I will say is, if you recognise a name that you've been on here and you've jumped on, please say hello to each other. We are a community, whether you are an SPTVer or a Heavenly Sprinkles community. Please drop hello to each other. Hello, Stacey. I hope you are well. Lovely to see you. I'm just getting Richard to roll number. Hello, Stephen. Lovely to see you. Good evening to you, and a good evening. Hello, Diane. Lovely to see you. Loving the butterflies. Hello, Sarah. Oh, you're from High Wycombe. Hello, Sarah. Lovely to meet you. And that's Sarah Smith, because we know we've got a few. Now, whilst I'm doing the hellos, we do broadcast both on Facebook and on YouTube. So what I always say, if you are finding Facebook is wibbly wobbly, please hop over to YouTube. And if YouTube is wibbly wobbly, hop over to Facebook, because we do broadcast on 2 platforms. Hello, Julie. Lovely to see you. I hope you are well. Hello. I hope I'm going to say your name, Zanelle. I hope you are well. I always worry about updating you with your name, so I hope you're well, my lovely. Hello, Mandy. I see you're watching from YouTube. I hope you are well, and I hope you had a good evening yourself. Hello, Sharon. Lovely to see you. I hope you're all good. Hello, MJC Cambo. Lovely to see you. I know you have popped over from Heavenly Sprinkles, so lovely to see you here. And I absolutely love how we are both of ourselves, we're all sharing, and I love how you guys give a shout out and all of that. It's just amazing. I love our lovely spiritual community we've got. Hello, Tina, and I know she's saying hello to everybody else, so please drop Tina a lovely hello. Hello, Mandy. Lovely to see you, and good evening to you. Mandy, we've got a couple of Mandys. So Mandy Paul, lovely to see you. Good evening to you. Hello, Cheryl. I'm loving the sunshine emojis. Isn't it lovely to have all this lovely sunshine? Hello, Cheyenne. Lovely to meet you with your hello and your little emojis. Richard's taking. I know, the spirit's kicking in. Richard's taking the mickey out of me. Should we just ignore him for a little while? Hello, Samantha. I'll just ignore him for a little while. Hello, Samantha. Lovely to see you. It's because spirit's starting to kick in. That's why. Hello, Caitlin. Hello, dear. I'll get on to my poem, and the next thing I know, I'll be struggling to say the words on my poem. Hello, Andy. Good evening to you. What a lovely smile in your profile picture. Good evening to you. Hi, Jenny. Lovely to see you. And we'll do last person. Hello, Carrie Lee. And please know, if I don't get to say hello to you individually, it's nothing personal. It's just that So many of you lovely people. So a massive hello to everybody that I didn't get to say hello to. Now, what I will ask, as you know, SPTV I mentioned is 100% free. What we do ask, though, in return is if you could please share out to your friends and family. It just helps us reach a bigger community of people, and you never know where that message needs to go. So please, if you can share. There is a bit of a banter going on between Richard and I on a number of shares. And I've just noticed that Bill was having a bit of banter on the amount of shares we can be on with Richard, because we've got a number, and I noticed even Bill was trying to beat this number. So please, just one share would really be absolutely amazing. It just helps us, and it also tells like Facebook and YouTube that we are live and we are ready for our mediumship. Apparently I've got 11 shares. That's good, because it's 111, and I have been seeing numbers everywhere at the moment. So spirit is definitely shouting at me from the spiritual world. Now, for those who are new, I just explain how this evening works. We do always the hellos, because that's all about raising our energy. I like to do in a poem, and how it all started is when I do divine services in spiritual churches and centres on like Sundays, you have to do an address. Now, addresses generally freak me out. So my old mentor said, just treat it as inspirational speaking. And Spirit went, we'll use some poems. So Spirit always guides me to a poem, and I like to share that. And I do that in divine service. And I did it one day when we was doing the first few times of this Heavenly Sprinkle program, and was like, do you know what? Should we keep that? And because everybody said they enjoyed it, so we're like, we'll have a little bit of a difference. So I've got a poem. Lovely, exactly, Richard. Lovely. It always going to be one of them days. This one's called Who Am I by Jimmy Osborne. I'm merely me. I'm the hearts I touch, the air I breathe, the thoughts I think and the things I see, and the footprints that I leave. You can find me in the ones I love, in the thunder rumbling high above, in a goodnight kiss and a friendly hug, in butterflies and lightning bugs. I am more than meets the eye, from the smiles I give to the tears I cry. Between the laughter and the sighs, I compliment a passerby. And when I've reached the afterlife, and somewhere down a tattered lane, I ask you that you remember me as a memory inside your mind. And for me, it's a real for me, it's a really inspirational poem, because you can take that in so many ways. Are we talking about ourselves? Are we talking about spirituality ourselves? Are we talking about that connection? Are we recognizing spirit and how our loved ones interact with us? For me, who am I is spirit. It is the divine universe. It is our guides. It is our deities. It's our ancestors. It's our loved ones, because they do walk beside us. They do give us guidance. They come through our thoughts. And even when we pass, they will continue to be with us, and they will continue to guide. And our loved ones sometimes choose even to be spirit guides themselves. So it's a funny old poem, but it's one of them ones. It's a real thought-provoking poem. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. And like I said, it's by Who Am I by Jimmy Osborne. So thank you, Jimmy Osborne, who you are. Thank you very much. So like I said, I like to sing. He's singing, Richard's singing, he's in one of them. Right, Richard, are you finished singing, my dear? Can we now start moving into the evening of mediumship, please? Piece of me. Okay, it's going to be one of them moods. And I do hope Richard and I have lots of banter, and most of the time he is driving me bonkers, but I'm pretty sure I drive him bonkers. Oh, that's a really good idea, Stace. You should read some of the poems out in the SPTV magazine. That's a really good idea, Stace. I will find some of them poems and we can share them for those that have put them in the magazine. Richard, you've got a job now. You've got to send me some poems over. I'm going to give Richard that job. I said help me and he went do it myself. Anyway, I'll explain how I work so you understand who this mad, crazy Essex woman is. I am obviously Claire. I'm Heavenly Sprinkles. You've seen the poem on how I like to share. My mediumship is very, very relaxed and very, very chilled. I allow your loved ones to communicate with me in however suits them. There is a caveat that does mean at times I haven't got a clue what they're talking about. However, the minute I pass that message over, I know and your loved ones know it makes sense to you. Now, most recently was yesterday when I was at a divine service in one of the local areas that I live in. And all of a sudden, the donation cup that you get, like, you know, like when charity donations cup, all of a sudden it turned into a trophy. I was like, okay. And the lady in spirit went, tell them about the trophy. So I spoke to the lady and said, look, I'm really sorry, I've got to give you a trophy. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, I can totally take that. And then she spoke to me and told me how her nan had only passed Friday. So her nan had only passed 2 days ago. And she said to me, my son had got a trophy on a Saturday. She went, there was no way, unless my nan was watching over me in spirit, would my nan know about that trophy. She said to me, because she wasn't aware of him doing a competition. So I love to give you them unique golden nuggets of information. What I also do is I do get names, dates and months. Spirit does sometimes behave themselves and will give me names that will make completely on point. And other times the names will fit in a bit later. Recently, again, yesterday, I gave somebody Graham and Charles. It was so funny. I was saying Charles, and all of a sudden I went, and I went, I think I've got to say Charles. And then the person spoke to me saying, that's my dad's name. My dad's name is Graham Charles. So I will always say that when I give names, it will either be on point or they'll make sense a little bit down the line. Remember, sometimes we can be so focused on names we're expecting to hear, we don't always sort of pick up immediately the names. So you will get names. Anything that doesn't make sense, that's fine. I joke, you've got to stick it in your spiritual bag. The amount of people that took some bits with them away from them, that I have found is all about spirit helping you to continue with your message afterwards. So if it doesn't make sense, that's fine. Please do not stretch. Please do not think with your head, think with your heart. And again, if you're listening and just sort of say, crikey, I can take the names, I can take the months, please do that, because your loved ones will work collaboratively with each other. So please do take that away with you. And very finally, before I sort of then move into mediumship, as this is a digital platform, which I absolutely love, I love working this way anyway, and I love being able to connect with loads of people from different areas of the world. What I will ask you is, please, if you can, feedback to me and say, yes, no, Claire, I haven't got a clue what they're talking about. If it's something I don't understand, you're welcome to sort of say, yeah, Claire, that means X, Y, and Z. I am nosy. Most mediums are, I think. So please, you're welcome to feedback, but I need you to feedback with me to make sure that you and I are keeping our connection strong as much as your past loved ones. If it doesn't resonate with you after a while, or I don't get any response, I will come back and sort of say, look, that's your message, but as we're not getting any connection back, I am going to close your connection and move on to somebody else. That isn't about us being rude, it's just conscious of the number of people that are on, and we want to make sure we can get as many wonderful messages out to you all. And on that note, I'm going to stop and keep talking. I'm going to move on to something else. I've had my nails. I've had my nails done, so it feels really, really weird to have these long nails. Anyway, right, Richard, drum roll. Let's start bringing these names through, and let's start bringing somebody through, because I do know I've got a lady. I want to recognise that she's a mum, but she's also a grandmother, and I want to recognise that she did get her words muddled up when she passed. So I know I need to recognise that a lady there. So a lady that had got her words muddled up, because I've been struggling. I know Richard took the mic, but I know I'm struggling. So I will ask, right, okay, where am I going? Keep going, Richard. Debbie Blushes. I'm going to go with Debbie Blushes. So Debbie Blushes, I'd like to come and work with you if that's okay. And we need to recognise, thank you, hello my lovely. I think it's because it was the nail thing going on. It was funny, I talked about my nails and then I saw your lovely picture. So I think it's just your lovely lady in spirit. I would ask, can you take a lady in spirit that near to when she passed, she struggled to have speech problems? Either this would be relating to a medical condition such as a stroke, or it would be something to do with dementia or Alzheimer's. I know I'm struggling to get my words out, and sometimes they'll press upon that. I also need to tell you, as I'm connecting with her, she's telling me that August would be important. It would be a birthday, passing, or anniversary. So I need to tell you that August is important. And I also need to tell you, Debbie, that September's important as yes. Yes, my mama. Okay, thank you very much, my lovely. So I know August is important, and I know that September would be important. She's telling me these are important months. I've just been given the 14th. Now, they seem to be throwing dates at me. They may not correspond with the dates or the months I've given you, but she's telling me the 14th would be important. So it would be a birthday, passing, or anniversary in or around the 14th. Generally, we're talking about a couple of days either side. So I know the 14th would be important. As I said, I had September. Give me another month as well. I need to recognise the month of May, unless it's the name would be important. She's telling me give her May. I do everything in threes. Mum's cremation's in September. Okay, thanks. She's doing really, really well, your lovely mum. Right, okay. And your lovely mum, she's telling me, like, no, I know obviously you've got, and I think this is where I've come in with my nails, because she totally took me to my nails. When I've got yourself and mum's 13, thank you very much. They're doing really well at dates at the moment. Your mum, it was very critical of other people's work compared to your work, because she has looked at my nails and went, they're okay, they're good. So your lovely mum would have judged anybody else's beauty against what you're doing, because she's laughing her head off at me. She's like, yeah, your nails are all right. So I've got a seal of approval, but it would be, well, you should have gone to Debbie. And I'm like, well, Debbie might not live in Essex, but your lovely mum is that way inclined. She sort of says, like, you're far exceeding. And Debbie, I'm going to give this to you. She keeps talking to me. I don't know whether you've recently, my mum loved doing her nails. Oh, brilliant. I need to give you, because I must admit, I was sitting there thinking, shall I have them done? Crystals. You know, you can put little diamontines on your nails. So I don't know whether either you've recently, I'm giving it, recently had done some nails with some diamantes for a wedding, or whether you did mum's nails with diamantes. This is how spirit works. They use my experiences to help me connect. So this is why sometimes it seems a little bit of a weird one, but I know I want to see little diamantes on the nails. But mum is just chatting around me for you. So I'm going to give you that because that's what I was told. Right, okay. I need to give you the name Jackie, Jacqueline, Jack. There's a Jack, Jackie, or a Jacqueline. So I need to pass over the name Jack, Jackie. So I'm going to keep, sorry, pardon me, collect crystals, but my mum loved gems on her nails. Thank you very much. Excellent. Oh, she's making me smile. Your mum's making my life a lot easier. So I know I've got to give you Jackie. Come on, mum, you've been doing so well. Let's get some wonderful names. I also need to pass over the name Rob or a Robert. So I need to pass Rob or a Robert. If not, it would have been a Bob, but obviously I've got Robert and I've got it shortened down to a 3-letter name. Come and give me another name, and I need to give you the name like Sophie, Sarah. There's a name, a young lady's name that starts with Sophie or Sarah is what I'm being told. I know lots of Jackies. I know a Rob. That's fine. I don't know why mum gives me these names. Sometimes I find that the loved ones give me names because sometimes it's to you to have an awareness that it might need some healing. At the moment, we're still, the fact they're giving me names, I'm still very thankful, but I know I've got like a Sophie. Right, okay, sorry, she makes me feel, oh, she's giving me an itchy nose. So she makes me feel that she's been around you. You might have found, but I always say what we used to say, oh, somebody's walked over my grave. She makes me feel that she's been a bit, you've been feeling a little bit tingly, because she's sort of just making me feel, I can feel her in my energy is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know whether you sometimes had a bit of an itchy nose and you're like, oh, where's that come through? Or you felt like a piece of hair has fallen on your arms. It's to let you know, to give you reassurance that, yes, it was spirit and it's your lovely mum, not your hair or just the fact you've got an itchy nose. If that doesn't make, I have hay fever, okay? I'm not going to change tingling sensations. What I will say is hold on to it, because you might find the next day or so you start feeling them tingling sensations. Normally when I work on platform and I'm standing up, they make my legs go tingly. So a lot of times spirit make my legs go tingly. Okay, let's come through. Right, I keep being drawn. I don't know what that tree is, dear. I keep being drawn to a tree in the next door garden. I need to recognise whether you have even been looking about either planting a tree for mum, or whether you have talked about doing something with a tree. I need to tell you that she's just been keeping an eye on you about that. So there's something to do regarding a tree in the garden. It feels more present day than a memory, but I know she wants to talk about that. She knows about the tree. So I'm going to pass that over to you. And somebody absolutely loves honey. somebody loves honey is what I'm being told, because she said, please tell about the person that I'm around them because they love honey. So I need to give that as evidence. I like them acknowledge it. Okay. I got sycamore tree. That's why I wasn't going to give it to you, because it didn't feel completely true, right? Because it was just for me to hear the word tree. But yeah, I need to talk about somebody that absolutely loves honey. So I know I want to pass that over. Right, okay. Also, she talks to me about a ring that you've got from her, but it's either too big or it doesn't fit, because she says to me, don't stress about trying to make it fit. So either there's a piece of jewelry that you've got enough like pieces of significant jewelry from her already, but there's another piece that you would like to wear, but she's like, it either doesn't fit or it doesn't, you haven't got enough fingers. Because she's telling me, please tell her not to worry about that ring. It doesn't matter if you can't wear it, or it, she says to me, because there's enough memories that go with it. So there must be a piece of jewelry. If it's not you, I don't love honey, oh, thank you. If it's not you, it'll be somebody else that's stressing that they want to wear this piece of jewelry from mum or nan, and then they've even got enough fingers or it doesn't fit, because she's like, don't worry about it. Okay, so that's why it doesn't fit. But she makes me feel that, again, somebody else has got a piece of jewelry that they're worrying. Okay, thank you very much. That sometimes can be reassuring. I think, oh, should I be wearing it in a different way? Right. And the Pandora's too big for me. Okay, because she's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your mum's just coming in totally to reassure you. I need to reassure you. Thank you very much. She's talking to me about things that felt a bit up and down and a bit wibbly wobbly. And she says, I'm just coming in. Sometimes we get massive big messages. Other times it is just to come in and just give you that reassurance. She says to me, and that's what I've come in. She says to me, I've just popped in to say hello, give you reassurance, give you evidence that there is life after life, and say hello. And she also tells me that you may have felt pressure on your shoulders. She said, because I do place a hand on her shoulder. So it's like, I'm there, dear. I'm there, darling. And it's that type of feeling. You might not feel the immediate patter, but you might feel like your shoulders get hot or feel a weird sensation. Because she's just like, I've just come in to pop in and say hello. And with that, Debbie, I hope that gives you reassurance. She'd love to throw in lots of information. So your lovely mum is a chatter, but I know she wants to give you lots and lots of bits of information so you be able to take that away with you. My shoulder hurts. Well, she's giving you reassurance and some healing for you, my dear. And with that, Debbie, I'm going to say thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. I am going to close your connection, but please know that she is around you and she loves you as she has always has done. And with that, I shall say thank you very much, Debbie. And thank you for feeding back. It really, like I said, it really does help when we're still conversing at the same time I'm chatting away. Thank you very much. Richard, please could we bring up some more names, please? I've instantly, as I'm coming in, I've got a gentleman that's walked in the door. So I know I want to recognise a gentleman. I've just been told I'm a dad. I've also got to recognise an Alsatian. So there's yeah, it's definitely an Alsatian because you just told me it's an Alsatian. So I know I want to recognise Dad in spirit, and there was an Alsatian that has passed. This doesn't roll. I'm going to keep on going. Right, okay, where are we going? I wouldn't normally say, right, come and give me something else. Right, I've got to connect with a gentleman is what I'm being told. So I need to connect with a gentleman is what I've been told. It's Dad in spirit. Right, come and give me a name, sir. Right, I need to pass over the name John as well. So I've got John, a dog in spirit, Alsatian, and I've also got Dad in spirit, and I know I want to speak to his son. Richard, are you able to find anybody on the gentleman's side that makes sense, please? He's not actually making himself known on who he needs to. I keep getting a name, but I don't know whether that gentleman is still online. So I'm going to give the name because I keep getting told Stephen. There's Steve or Stephen. So either that would be somebody online. I know we did a hello, or whether Stephen would be important. Stephen's important. So I know I need to recognise. Yeah. Right. Thank you. Do you know what, Rich? That's why I couldn't find the person on the comments. Richard's just fed back to me and told me it's for Richard. So Richard, come on down. No, Richard, no, because I was struggling. I will ask Claire Pound to hold on to it, but I asked for a name and I was struggling to find somebody in the comments, and it makes sense there. So Richard, I do want to work with you, please, but I will ask Claire Pound to listen if that makes sense, because I know, okay, what this will give me my clarity whether this is you, Richard. Richard, can you take this gentleman having trouble with his legs? Because I'm right, that makes sense. Right, okay. Richard's just told me just one cut off. Right, that makes sense, because he just started to make me rub my legs. So, right, Richard, I am with you. However, I will ask those that can take it, especially Claire Pound. I may well come back to you afterwards, Claire. But Richard,
Yeah.
I'd
Hi
like
everybody.
to work with you.
I've just I'm keep an eye on comments as well, so I can, like, Jodie can take it, and I should keep an eye on the comments that are coming through. And
Okay,
Sally
so
Francis can also take everything as well.
right, okie dokie. So this could be a bit of a collective message,
Yeah.
because as you said,
Hi Nolene.
right, but
Yeah.
I know the legs was important, and I know the name Stephen, and this is where I was going. Are we talking about a Stephen here or a Stephen up in spirit? Right, okay. Right, Richard, I need to pass over the name David to you as well.
David, yes, that's my dad.
Right, thank you very much. I've just been told David's important. I'm doing quite well. Right, okay. This is another one, and it may well be for somebody collectively. If it isn't you, I need to give you the name Roger.
I knew of a Roger who I worked with years ago.
Okay, I just got told Roger would be important. We, as you know yourself, okay, and Rebecca.
No, that's an army link from my dad to me, because we're both in the military. So, Roger, over and out, Roger. Yeah.
Right, okay, just knew Roger was really important.
Yeah,
right, okay, thank you very much. Right, this lovely gentleman is drawing me to one of my Alice in Wonderland signs, and it says, we are all mad. I've got squints, I haven't got my glasses on. We are all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad. Now, that's not very nice, sir, but what he is talking to me, thank you very much, he's telling me that he's been watching you sort out the madness. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean SPTV, because we already know you're bonkers by putting me on here. However, he is giving me a feeling that you have had to really lay down laws or lay down rules, because it's like we need to put a bit of structure in. So I don't know within your own worky life you've needed to put some structure in. Okay, and it sounds really, really weird. I'm talking a structure, but he's giving me like a tier system. So either you've even recently put in a form of authority, or I don't, obviously not sure what you do, but like a form of authority. Because when he was talking structure, it was like I need to make sure I've got the right levels in place. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
It does make sense, but also Sally can take it as well.
Okay, and so Sally can take brother. So what we'll do, Richard, we'll continue to work with you, continue to work with everybody digitally, and then what we'll do is we'll unpick where we're going, because we know our loved ones, as I told you, they do it to me all the time. They like to come in collaboratively. Right, okay, right. You with Richard, right? So I know I need to recognise that you've been putting things in straight structure, putting in a tier system, right? Okay. Somebody else, because I've got somebody else chatting to me as I'm talking to you. Tier is with wedding cakes, so somebody's recently in our digital world. I know you're digital as well, but on our SPTV community, one of the people that can take it, there's been recently a wedding cake, or somebody has talked about the wedding cake, because I was being told here, and all of a sudden I got wedding cake, so I know I need to pass that over.
Yeah, there was a wedding.
Okay, there we go. This is where they're all clever. They all work together. Right, let's get you some months, Richard. Richard, apparently August is important as well. So Richard, August would be important, not because it's my birthday month, but August is important.
Oh, I noticed the plug there. Yeah, the little hint. Yeah. You're still not going to get nothing. Yeah, happy birthday for August. I will forget.
That's right, I'll be on board anyway, I'll be on holiday. Right, so August is important. Right, okay, I need to recognise February is important. Birthday, passing, anniversary, and I've just been given the 17th. So it'll be a birthday, passing, anniversary in or around the 17th. May not be the February, because we know they don't put their diaries together. So I know I've got to recognise August. February is important, and the 17th would fit in somewhere.
That is correct.
If it doesn't make sense, brilliant. Okay, I was about to say, if it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Right, okay, let's give you another month, and October's important as well. So you had your February, your August, and your October. They would be important. Okay, thank you very much. Right, I know he's just popped in, and I know I've got other family people all popping in because they're all hanging around. However, what he is talking to me is that I need to just give you the reassurance that the decisions that you put in place regarding this structure was the right thing, and you was the right person to do it. So I need to give you that reassurance. So I don't know if you've within yourself, I mean, obviously this is a digital platform, but I don't know within yourself whether you thought, oh, is this really what I should be doing, or is this the right thing? Because he's like, it needed you to step in and do what you needed to do. Okay. So I just want to give, he's just coming in with that little bit of reassurance to say, it could have only worked with you doing it.
Thank you.
And that's not about SPTV.
You know, I actually had a meeting with HR today to explain to them that I need to sort out a member of staff. And
Right.
that's exactly what we were talking about today, putting a structure in for this employee. And it's like, have I done the right thing? And so, yeah, that's literally happened about 4 o'clock today.
Thank you, Richard. I love it when you people feedback because it makes me feel better, and I love Spirit, and it just gives you that boost. Okay, thank you very much. But can you not? Okay, Sally can take that as well.
Yeah, she can.
I've been told, can you not cancel your holiday? So I don't know whether you have been umming and ahhing about changing the date on a holiday. If not, we might be moving away from you now, because I've got that feeling where sometimes the message is going that way. So if it's not you, not I'm going to wag my finger and tell you not to cancel your holidays, but there is either you or somebody digitally has been talking about changing their holiday or cancelling it.
Can I just ask a question? What's a holiday? I've never heard of that before. I spend all my time on SBTV. I don't have any holiday. So what is that?
Well, should we be sarcastic and say it's called a vacation?
Oh, vacation, yeah.
It's a vacation. It's a vacation, but it feels like either somebody's asked you to do something or asked you to go and have a break, but it's like, please don't change it. But it may not be SPTV related. I am sure that all of us here would quite happily to have a break and allow you to have some time off, because you need to have some time off, and I am not taking the producer's job up. I will just be me, so don't come asking me to deputise for you. But Richard, I am just going to close your connection down and then move back on there, because I've had enough of your voice. I'm only joking, everybody. I've not had enough of his voice.
This is what I've got to put up with, No one sees the abuse that I get behind the scenes,
And none of them hear how you start singing at me and how you start being just your cheeky self.
You're waffling. So, Richard, get on with the show. Come on. I think, get on with it. Thank you very much, my dear, for the message.
Go away, Richard. I'm going to come back on. So I am coming back online. I hope you will enjoy hearing Richard just take the mickey out.
Thank you, Claire. You're a star. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad. Right. Okay. Right. So, yeah, he's gone now. Apparently he's gone. He hasn't. I've got him in my ear roll. Hello, Sally. So, okay, I thought I would book one after everything's sorted out. So I know Sally could take a very big portion of it. I do remember that Claire Pound could also take a lot of the information. So, and I know I did say I wanted to work with Claire Pound as well. So I know, Richard, you've been keeping an eye on the comments, and I'm sure you said there was a little lady that could take it. I'm going to work with Sally, but I am definitely coming back to Claire Pound. I know I can't, Spirit won't let me leave somebody. Once I said I'm going to work with somebody, Spirit won't let me leave. Your loved ones won't ever let me leave. Right, so Sally, I know you said you could take the names. I know you said you could take the authority. I know you said you could take, because I was actually multitasking for once. Okay, and I know you can take, you could take the holidays and the break. And yes, the army, yes, was a gentleman, yes, and I know you could take your brother. So thank you very much, Richard, just bringing the names up, and you can take the authority and take the Roger. Okay. Months, don't worry if you couldn't take the months, because obviously they were specific to, they're more specific to Richard. But Sally, I want to recognise that January is important, and I've just been given the 9th. So there'll be a birthday party and anniversary in or around the 9th. Remember, I can't guarantee that they put the month and the date together. They just throwing it around out. I need to slow down on my mediumship and get them to work with me slightly different. But I know I need to tell January is important, and the 9th. So there'll be a birthday party and anniversary in or around then, that month and that date. Okay, I also need to tell you that whatever month I need to recognise November was important, a birthday party and an anniversary, and I want to go to April. I do apologise. They throw things around. However, I've learned that I think the order they do, because as many of you will know, my months don't follow the year, is actually sometimes what's important to either yourself, as in relevant, or what would be important to that person. There's a story about that, and I will tell you that later. So I know I want to pass over them months. If they don't make November makes sense. Okay, thank you very much. Right, we're talking to me. I want to put some artistry work around with you. And I know your profile picture, but all of a sudden that profile picture turned into loads of waves into the sea. So I don't know if you've recently had got a piece of artwork where you've got like the waves of a paintwork, because I can see painting and I can see waves. So I know I want to pass that over here. Okay, and the message for you from this person in spirit is, it's okay. My father passed in November. Okay, thank you very much. It's okay for you to stop and say, hang on here. Let me figure out what's going on before you take on, yes, I painted waves. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Stop and assess what's going on, because with this structure and with this like authority that's going on, it's okay for you to sort of, it's not stop the process, because I'm being told you're not stopping the process, but it's okay to sort of say, hang on here, can I have half an hour, or can you have a day to think about it, or can I have some time to think about it? It's, I'm being told you're not stopping the process, you're just giving your chance, your mind to process what's happening. So I don't know whether you've been feeling a little bit pressured in the whole legally authority side of it, because I'm just being told it's okay to sort of say, no, I need a minute. Because somebody wants reactions all the time. I can't click with me nails. Somebody wants a reaction all the time, and I'm being told it's okay, but it's made you feel like you're stopping the process, and it's like, no, you're just giving yourself some time to work with that. So Sally, I hope that makes sense. I hope you've enjoyed your message. I love the fact that you've got the waves. I could just see these beautiful painted waves, and it was just absolutely amazing. So I hope it's given you the little bit of reassurance, that little bit of a boost to know it's okay for you to sort of press the pause button to give yourself some time to process what's happening, rather than having to react all the time. And with that, Sally, I am going to close your connection down, because I know you could take a lot of what was going with Richard with the evidence, and I shall say, oh, I need to give you Peter. Apparently, just before I went, give us the names, and I've got to give you Peter, Sally. So Peter would be important for you. So I'm going to close your connection down, Sally, and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you and allowing me to bring your lovely loved ones through. So thank you very much. Right. I feel like I'm on a conveyor belt. Normally when Spirit does this to me, I do feel like I need a deli ticket machine and go, right, number 101. Peter's my cousin. Okay, thank you. I just knew I needed to give you something. So I do feel like I've got a bit of a deli counter ticket system going on. You're very welcome, Sally. So I'd like to now, Rich, to go to Claire Pound, because I said if I say I'm going to work with somebody, I will stick to what I have said. I might well go on a tangent on my mediumship, but I know it's important for me to stick to people. Okay. So my dad and John is my friend. Okay, Claire. So I want to come and work with Claire. Right. Okay, Claire. My daughter's birthday. Okay, I know I need to come and talk to you. Right, Claire, the first thing I'm getting is I need to give you the Sing-a-Song of Sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 and blackbirds baked in a pie. I'm not singing that. Did you notice I haven't actually, and I'm not going to jinx you. I was all going to say I haven't sung recently. I might have to do that just to annoy Richard. But I know I need to give you that Sing-a-Song of Sixpence, a pocket full of rye. So I don't know whether that's recently would rekindle a memory for you, Claire, or whether somebody within a lower level, I know you said about your daughter, has recently been singing Sing-a-Song of Sixpence, because I know I just got to pass that over to you. Right, okay. He's just come through, this gentleman is coming through, he says to me, crows, blackbirds. So I know that like our loved ones work with feathers and robins. I like to be a little bit more, expand our sign, shall we say, is what will probably be the best way to put it. And he's just told me that either you've been seeing loads of black crows or black birds. If you haven't, don't worry about it. It's one of them things you put in your spiritual bag and you hold, because you might be finding over the next week or so, you start seeing black birds or like crows, and it'll be his way, because he does feel like a gentleman, like a fatherly energy, giving reassurance to you. Okay. I also need to tell you to count and take breath. Is ironic. My mum loved that song. Okay, thank you. I know I need to take oh yeah, five's important as well. Right, okay, give me, I've got them all chatting to me. Right, let's do this a bit slowly. Take a breath is what I'm being told. I'm being told to tell you to count to 10, and 5 would be important. So either that is the 5th as a birthday, passing anniversary, or May would be important. Sometimes it can be a door number, but I know I need to give you 5 would be important. So I need to pass it. So you need to take a deep breath is what I'm being told. Count to 10. Right, okay. I need to also talk about mum's talking to me, because it does feel like I've got a lady with me as much as I've got a gentleman with me. I'm being told about the earrings, and either you've lost one of your earrings, or somebody around you has been moaning that they can't find a pair of earrings, because she's like, I'm just telling her that I know about the earrings. Don't stress. Thank you very much, because you're talking to me about you, or you've been supporting somebody that's had a lot upon your shoulders. So there's a lot of stress going on. So again, if fifth member, that's why the fifth's important. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Claire. I'm glad I gave it to you. But yeah, the earrings, it's telling you not to stress out, because it's like you've got enough going on your plate at the moment. So I know I need to recognise the plate. And the way they work, as I said, you've got a lot on your plate. I then jump into, they then give me an image. Do you remember when we were younger? We used, I probably still do it now, but my kids are older now, where you used to get the paper plates and you would draw or do painting on it. I need to give you a memory of having received and cherished a painting. Now, I see it as a paper plate with a painting, like a sunflower or flowers done on it. If it's not exactly that, that's fine. It's just a way for me to see it. But I know I need to know or pass on that I'm aware of paintings being done and then being cherished. And I need to tell you that their memories are still being cherished in the spirit world. So we had it previously where somebody had 2 hearts of a necklace, and although the person was in spirit, they said, I still cherish that necklace. It's still part of me, even in a spiritual sense of being as an energy. So Claire, it's just to hold on to it. Again, anything that doesn't make sense, you pop into your spiritual bag and please take away with you. But I know I want to pass over this, and I need to give you the name Gerald. That's a new one. I've not had that one before. Jerry, he feels like Jerry than anything else. I'm passing it over to you, Claire. They're lovely messages just to come in, just to sort of say, deep breaths, count to 10, take it as it is, and just roll with things at the moment. And I hope that gives you some reassurance, Claire. I hope that I hope it reassures you, because that's what I feel like I need to do from them, from spirit, is to just give you that little bit of reassurance. Count to 10, because there's a lot, and don't get stressed out. So like I said, bits you don't understand, please take and put in your spiritual bag. Remember the earrings, because I know the earrings are important. One's missing and somebody's stressing if it's not you. Just don't stress about it. And with that, Claire, I'm going to say thank you very much. Send you lots of love from your family and spirit, and say thank you very much for feeding back to me. I do appreciate it. So thank you very much. Right, Richard, shall we roll again? Right, okay. Right, let's have a look. Right, so let's go and see on that side, Richard, of the comments. So let's keep on going on that side of the house, please. Right. Oh, bless you. Daniela said it's fascinating. All you say. Oh, thank you very much. Sometimes I don't feel fascinating, but thank you very much. Right. I need to know somebody loves Adele, Rolling in the Deep, because I've got her singing. Right, okay, so Mary the Aries, hello. And yes, I do bounce between Facebook and YouTube. I see both comments, my dear. So I do see both comments. It's just wherever I kind of get drawn into. So yes, we do see both comments. But I know I want to be actually on the YouTube side. So I want to be on the YouTube side, because as I saw Mary, and it might be for Mary anyway, I've got, as I said, Adele, rolling in the deep, isn't it? There's a fire burning in my heart. That's enough singing of me because I cannot even mimic Adele. So actually, do you know what, Richard? I'm going to work with Mary because as her comment come up, it flashed up and Adele came through. And then all of a sudden, It's Rolling in the Deep was a song. So first of all, Mary the Aries, love the name. I've got a daughter that's an Aries. She drives me bonkers, but I love her. So I'd like to come and work with you, please, Mary. But I know I need to read that. So if Adele and Rolling in the Deep doesn't make sense to you, please hold on to it because it will play. Well, it's all likely to play, but it will definitely play and you hear it on the radio and you'll know what's going on. Right, okay. I don't know who I'm chatting to just yet. I just know that I needed to come to you. And what I am being told, that makes sense. Oh, brilliant. What I am being told is that you've had to roll with the punches. Now I'm working out on a figurative speech. I can't even say that. Figuratively, that's the word I'm trying to say. But I feel like you have had to at the time kind of just go with that flow at the moment. And I'm getting, okay, thank you. I've got a lovely lady that's coming in and she is like super strong energy. She's coming through here and she's like, I've been with Mary and I've been helping you make decisions based on what's happening. Thank you very much. And you love the song. Okay. I'm being told that you've not been able really to do much forecasting, much planning at the moment. You having to kind of just, it literally is go with the flow and make decisions based on what's happening from day to day. And she's coming through to give you that oomph. You're one of my lovely ladies that recently Spirit tells me we need to put you into the spiritual plug socket to give you that zap and that boost from Spirit. I also want to recognise Mary for yourself is important to somebody in spirit. So this would mean either you are named after somebody in spirit or your name is important to somebody down here. We don't cheat with surnames. We know first names are important. So I know I need to recognise Mary would be important, either somebody in spirit or somebody down here. Obviously yourself, obviously. Right, okay. And I have just been told to I've just been told to just hand over a massive bouquet of flowers to you. And I keep seeing lots of purples with you. I'm seeing purples and pinks, and I'm also seeing gerberas. Now I'm not a florist. I only know certain flowers, but I'm seeing the great big daisy flowers for you. And she's sort of passing this over to you to sort of say, well, we're looking after you is what, Mary, I need to give you reassurance. We're looking after you. She tells me that January is important, would be a birthday party and an anniversary. Thank you very much. She tells me that April's important, birthday party and anniversary, and she tells me June's important. So April, yeah, I can't remember the first one. I just start April and June. She just turned around and told me, thank you very much. You see how quick they come in and out. Oh, January, she told me. She said, I told you January. Okay then. So I know I need to pass over these months to you. I've also just been told to give you the 24th. That would be a birthday party and anniversary in or around. Making the 24th would be important. So I know I need to pass that over to you. Okay, thank you. She is just coming through just to sort of give you that reassurance that this is what you've got to do at the moment, is just take it day by day. And now she's now directing me. They love to direct me to my Alice in Wonderland ones. I need to give you this phrase, this quote from Alice in Wonderland, and it says, this is about for you or your outlook. She says, I'm under no obligation to make sense to you. So I'm under no obligation to make any sense to you. So either somebody around you is making you feel like you're not speaking sense, or somebody is making you doubt yourself, because your lovely lady in spirit is like, well, she isn't under any obligation. You don't have to explain yourself. And I'm crossing my arms. So I've got a lot of strength here for you, because she's like, that's the same. She's not given the obligation to explain herself. She said, Mary needs to do what Mary needs to do. And she is just coming through to give you that reassurance, to say that what you have been doing and how you do it, it's okay. My oldest son, okay, January is my pups and my oldest son, okay, thank you. It's just to give you that reassurance that you don't have to explain yourself. You just need to get yourself through day by day for the time being. she says to me, things will get better. Okay, and she's given me sunflowers for you. So either you love sunflowers or somebody has talked about growing some sunflowers, because I know I want to put some sunflowers in for you. And yes, I need to tell you, yes, the keys did go missing. The car keys went missing. She said that was us. She said to me that was to slow you down, because either you might have found that if it's a bit of a weird one because it's the future, but I needed to slow you down, is what I'm being told. So sometimes I find that when we get stuck in traffic or things like that, it is done to slow us down. Apparently, you would have forgotten something had you found the keys and gone. So it's just to let you know that them keys missing wasn't you, it was them in spirit, because you would have forgotten something had you gone. Now, if that's not you, don't worry about it. That will be something that goes into your spiritual bag to hold on to it to make sense later down the line. And then when it does, you can go, wow, I was told it was to slow you down. So you can use it if it's not for you, because I'm having them laughing my head up. Right, okay. And somebody likes a hat. I've just had a big straw hat planted on my head. So somebody likes a hat as a memory. So Mary, I don't know where that one fits in. I've just been told to send over that memory for you. But it is just to give you a reassurance and tell you you're under no obligation to explain yourself. You make the decisions that's right for you. And with that, Mary, thank you so much for your comment, because basically, as I read it, your lovely lady came in spirit and went, bang, right, we're going to have a little chinwag. And so I will say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. And I hope it makes sense. And car keys, I'm glad it all makes sense to you. Right, I'm going to send all her love and close your connection and move over to adverts. So thank you very much, and I'll see you shortly.
My Spirit Life is a free online interactive magazine for those who have an interest in improving their spiritual lives. Authors can upload images, videos, and audio clips to their own articles. The public can place comments, rate the article, and follow the author. All articles are vetted before being published. For more information and to place your own article, please visit myspiritlife.co.uk.
Are you planning a paid spiritual event, or looking for something to do this weekend? Then visit myspiritualevents.com. You can browse the listing, view the event details, watch a YouTube clip, look at a mini gallery, select dates and times, pay for tickets using PayPal or your debit card. Organizers can register for free and start selling tickets within minutes, be it for their online or in-person spiritual event. As an organizer, you will have access to your own admin dashboard, which will display information such as your income and your bookings, all in a simple and user-friendly display. It's free to use. Join and upgrade to an organizer. Come and visit us at myspiritualevents.com.
Tomorrow from 6:30 p.m, SPTV Community Showcase offers our viewers the opportunity to have their own show, be it readings or their own thoughts and opinions. Tomorrow night from 8 p.m, Deb Clark demonstrates her mediumship by offering free readings.
Hello. Right, first of all, ignore most of the adverts, because it ain't and tomorrow we've got Jake instead. Richard, bless him, he was like, I've done all my editing, but some bizarre reason, and what I do, and you're welcome to use it, blame Spirit. Just how Spirit was playing around with the technology when you want to get out of things. Oh, I couldn't do the hoovering because Spirit was really pissed. No, I like to blame Spirit. When Spirit don't play ball, I will actually threaten them and say to them, if you're not going to give me names that people can take, I'm not going to take them. So, but yes, so we've got Jake tomorrow. So if you look on there, now you just need to be aware that if you do jump on there, you may have I think it's a 30-minute wait, I think Richard normally comments, where you get your card. But it is really, 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 really good. It is really, really good. Jake's called me up one time and gave me a card, and I was like, ah! So we've got Jake on tomorrow. Right, okay, let's go for another person. Right. Okay, I've got a husband. Okay, yeah, right. Richard said to me, don't forget your hellos. We'll do some hellos and raise that energy back up. So, hello, Amy Elizabeth Keating. Lovely to see you. Hello, Stacey on YouTube. Remember, if YouTube's wibbly wobbly, come over to Facebook, and if Facebook's wibbly wobbly, then come over to YouTube. Hello, Andrea. Lovely to see you. Andrea Fremantle. Lovely to see you. I hope you are well. Hello, Donna Jackson. Lovely to see you. Where am I going? Hello, Liz Samet. Lovely to see you again. Hope you are well. Hello, Nolene. Hello, Nolene. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Right, I want to. Where do I want to go? Right, I've got somebody. I've got a cat in spirit. The cat's just walked in the door. Not that I need any more cats in spirit, but I know I've got to recognise a cat in spirit. Okay, well, that's going to be the start of it. Okay, where are we going in there? Right, I'd like to go to. Where am I going? Right, I'd like to go to Jodie Jenkins, please. Richard, I'd like to go to Jodie because I was just told the next person. So I'd like to go to Jodie Jenkins, please. Hi, Jodie, I'd like to come and work with you. I need to recognise a cat in spirit. Now, this may not be your cat in spirit. It may be somebody else has lost a lovely furry friend, but I know I need to recognise a cat in spirit. So I need to pass that over. That's the first thing that's come through. Right, okay. Right. At the moment, I'm not being told who's coming through, which drives me bonkers, especially as a Virgo. I like facts and figures. However, what I'm being told is the message first, because what I'm being told is please don't take everything to heart. Okay, I need to recognise that there's an individual around you who's been a bit of a moaning myrtle. We don't do any other names because I don't want to upset anybody, but there is somebody around you that's been a bit of a negative ninny, is what I'm being told. I've got a lady, it's a lady, she's coming in on a real lovely motherly energy. So she's not mum, she would be nan, but would have been like your mum. Okay, and Jodie, I'm being told, yes, please don't take it to heart. So somebody's been a bit challenging and difficult around you at the moment and is either making you feel like you're to blame or is blaming you. They're sort of projecting onto you because this lovely lady's telling me, please tell her not to worry. It isn't yourself. It isn't yourself. So you're not to blame yourself. So I know you've had your message first, but I know that's what I need to give you, that reassurance. Okay, he's your dad, because it's just like, I want to, you're blaming yourself. And I don't want you to blame yourself. Right, okay. I want to recognise a gold chain or a gold necklace. Now, what I see, and remember, I give you exactly what I see, but if it doesn't fit the description, it's something else, please take it. But I've got, rather than have a very fine chain, either you've got like a snake or a link chain as what I need to recognise, a gold one. So I know I want to pass that over from this lovely lady in spirit. So I don't know if it's you that's got the chain or somebody else has got the chain. I also need to give you the name Christopher because I keep getting told Saint Christopher. So, but I want to use the name rather than the actual, unless it literally is a Saint Christopher and it's a double meaning. I need to pass over the Christopher or Christine as a Christopher, Christine. So Jodie, I'm going to pass that over to you. Right, okay. She tells me that you need, again, you're a little bit like me, need to take a deep breath at the moment, and you're another count to 10 at the moment is what I'm being told. You need to take a deep breath and count to 10. Okay. Oh, bless you. Oh, I'm so sorry to read that, my dear. I'm sending you lots of love because it is like, this is why I came straight in with your message, and it makes sense why the message is important. She bought me one for Christmas. Okay, thank you. This is why sometimes I just jump in with the message, because the message is sometimes far more important than the evidence. But I know I want to give you that reassurance, Chris. Ah, thank you very much, Christine. Thank you very much. I kept hearing St. Christopher, Chris. Right. Okay. I need to tell you that yes, the lights have flickered and it is them in spirit. So I don't know where in the home. I'm being told like the lamp. Now I've got a lamp in this room and I'm being told the lamp is flickering. So I don't know if somebody or either you or has turned around and said, oh, it's just a light bulb or there's a dodgy fuse. The light, it isn't. It's your lovely family in spirit. This lovely motherly energy, this nanny energy is coming through to give you the reassurance. Oh, bless you. I'm sending you lots of love, my dear. I do feel like she's talking to me that we need to sort of give you a lot of, now I get rose quartz when I'm doing a lot of self-care, and when I'm doing healing or I receive messages for healing, it's green, but she's given me rose quartz, so I know I need to do lots of pink around you, lots of self-care, and a lot of taking time out for yourself is what I mean. But apparently you're not drinking water, but none of us, well, I do, but most people don't drink water. But she's telling me about make sure you're drinking water. And I don't know if you have been talking about drinking water, Jodie, but you've been talking about putting lemon in the water, because I'm being told put lemon in the water. So I don't know if it's you that's been talking about adding flavouring like fresh lemon in the water. I'm giving it to you. If not, I've now inspired everybody. So I can see if anything, okay, it is them. It isn't a fuse. It is your lovely speaker and spirit. And I need to, no water. You need to put some lemon in it then, my dear. I need to talk about Smarties. Honestly, they will throw everything and anything at me. Jodie, I need to talk about Smarties, and that would be a memory. And all of a sudden, I keep seeing, oh, I might have to see if I haven't got any in the house, great big cookies with the Smarties in there. I never just feel thirsty though. See, my trick is drink loads of ice, have loads of ice. But I've got a big cookies and I've got the Smarties in there. So I want to do that more as a memory. However, it may well be that somebody's been talking about liking Smarties. And my daughter used to separate the colours. Okay, well, Smarties are important, and this big cookie with a Smartie is important. Okay, thank you very much. We're back to lemons again. Okay, I need to go back to lemons because she just started singing. They call it mellow yellow, mellow, mellow yellow. Right, somebody likes beetles. I know I need to talk about somebody likes beetles, and we're not talking about the insects, but somebody likes the beetles, because I'm talking about mellow yellow, and I know they didn't sing mellow yellow, but it took me to mellow yellow, and it took lemon. Right, somebody loves lemon fresh smell. And it may well be her because, or you, but I know I am like cleaning down the worktops and I like the real fresh lemon smell. So she's just throwing all these little bits of information for you. It's things that sometimes, as I said, you put in your spiritual bag and take away with you because it's things for you to think about later. But I know I want to talk about lemon fresh and somebody liking the Beatles. So I know I want to pass that over to you. Right, okay, she's the lemon fresh. You're the lemon fresh, are you? Right, okay. She's like, yes, I am. And Jodie, you can't see from this position. I've got my hands like this. Yes, I've done the worktop at hers the other day. Okay, thank you very much. I've got my hands like this. So I don't know whether, and being very natural spirit means they do really use my energy in any way they want to. But it's like either she used to sit there with her hands clasped or put on her knee. What I was doing was putting it on my knee, and I've got my legs crossed and I've got my knee on it. I recognise these things because they are the weird little bits that you'll go, gosh, yes, she used to do that. So I don't know if you that sits there in that position or whether you would remember closing their hands, but I know I want to pass that. And she wants to recognise that I don't know. Okay, she was aware of you, is what I'm being told for you, Jodie. So she was aware of you. So I don't know whether that means that when she passed, you was around her, because as I was doing the hands and clasping of the hands, and just hold it, because you might find that you do it and don't realise it's yourself. Used to sit like this. Okay, that's why she's making me sit like that then. She wants to know that she was aware of you. So I don't know whether when she passed or near to and she passed, you held her hand, and that's why the hands were important as well, because I'm talking about this being a connection with you, but she's telling me that she was aware of you. So okay, twiddled her finger and thumb. Okay, twiddled it. Okay, yeah, I could see if I sat and louder in my energy that we would be doing that, definitely. Right, let's give you some. Right, okay, let's give you a month. May's important. Remember, they throw them in different orders, but now I've realised that there is some priority there. Yes, I know I was there and they were back. Okay, thank you, because she's just saying she was aware. So May, if it's not the name, would be important to you. The birthday, passing, anniversary, if it's not the name. I am changing the calendar. We're not going to have April, May and June as names anymore. But I know I want to pass over May. May's my birthday, but it's an important day then. Laughing, okay. Let's give me some more months before you start throwing me names in. I need to recognise July is important, birthday, passing, anniversary, and I've just been told Cancer. So it would be either and I'm very, very cautious about how they pass, because she just went to me July and then she went cancer. So I don't know whether she means that she passed due to a cancer, or whether somebody is a cancerian, because she just went cancer. And I'm like, we was talking about months, so I do cover both, but generally, like, spirit won't always talk to me about how they pass, but as it's another possibility, I do pass it over as both. But I will stick into months. I want another month, dear. Right, I want to go to October. Okay, so that's the July, and then the October will be important, birthday, passing, and anniversary. So I want to pass over October to you. Now give me that name. I want to pass over the name Elizabeth Beth Bethany. So I'm being told Elizabeth Beth. I also need to pass over a George. That feels more historical, because I'm being told it feels more behind me. Okay, thank you very much. And I need an Anne as well. So these can be people down here, it can be people in spirit. Thank you very much. And it can be obviously just who they've caught up with. Okay, thank you very much. And she says you stop stressing about the fence. So either you're stressing about the fence, or you're trying to stop somebody from stressing about the fence, because she says stop stressing about the fence, please. So I don't know whether you're being sort of thinking I should get out in the garden. I'm being drawn to all the weeds that have just come up, but she's telling me stop stressing about that. You got enough on your plate. She tells me you've got enough on your plate. And with that, Jodie, is there anything else, my dear? She's just come in, and she's just coming in to wrap you up in a great big knitted blanket. Now, she's drawing me to what I've done. So I'm going with crocheting, but I'm not the greatest. I've done crocheting 2 things, but she is drawing me to this. This is not because I want to show off. This is just what I've done before. It's a crocheted granny square blanket, and this is what she's telling me to wrap you up in a really lovely, warm, and she loved it. I'm glad she's not critical. I've already had people talk about me nails, and now I need them to critic about my crocheting, because she's like, I just want to put this around you and wrap you up and wool and just give you lots of comfort. She said to me, and just to me, that's all she needs at the moment. She's Jodie needs the comfort, not always at everybody else. And now she's making me cover my blanket, my little crochet blanket. And I know I need to pass that over to you. So I don't know if you've also got a piece of her knitting, because she's like, I need to wrap you up and give you that comfort. And with that, Jodie, I hope it gives you reassurance. I know sometimes we have struggles with family members or work or friends, and sometimes we can feel that we're not heard. And I'm finding that sometimes our family comes through it's where I cuddled and all the little balls on here. Sometimes we get the message to actually just give us reassurance that we're being heard and listened to, especially if we're on this earthly life and we feel like we're not being heard. And I know she just wanted to give you reassurance. And Jodie, before I leave, because she's now just told me, your Nana's a very touchy-feely person, very, very in tune, because all of a sudden my hair it clipped up, but all of a sudden I want to put my hair in, and although my hair is up, I want to turn that clip into a bun. So I don't know if you would have a memory, or somebody likes having their hair up in a bun, because she's just sort of said that should be swept up and put in a bun. Apparently I'm not allowed to be so lazy just putting a clip in it. So I need to recognise either her or somebody likes their hair up in a bun. And with that, my dear, I'm going to close your connection down. Say thank you very much to give you that reassurance. Okay, put your hair up to show your face. Oh, bless you. Okay, as long as that makes sense. I know she's just telling me to sort of something more than clipping it. It needs to be in a nice bun, apparently. And with that, Jodie, I am going to close your connection. She could talk to me for England. She's a chatter. And I am going to close down a connection. I'm going to say goodnight for her. She sends all her love, and I know you do it all the time. Send it back to her as well. So just close your connection down with all her love and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. So thank you very much. And I'm so glad. And again, thanks to everybody that I've read so far that's fed back to me. I do truly appreciate it, because it does make it easier digitally, although this is my favourite platform for mediumship. I do love churches and centres, but I do love connecting digitally. Right, Richard, you've gone very quiet. Have you gone to sleep, dear? Let's roll the name for another one. Oh, I'm done. Okay, we've come to the end of the evening. So thank you to everybody that's come through to you. I am sorry I can't get through to everybody. if I did, and I did try to read for every single person, you would get messages. But as I get tired, my energy gets weaker, and ethically, I want to make sure whatever message you get is always a strong one. So if anything that you've listened to has resonated with you, remember, not up here, in our hearts, please take away with you. And please know that your loved ones are here with you all the time. I can see some people, he's polishing his nails. Yeah, he's not got nice nails like me. I feel very good. I don't know. Richard just went, how do you know? I don't know if you've got a French manicure. I'm well chuffed with my nails. If you would like more of me, you're welcome to come and find me on. Just Richard's laughing at me now. Go away, Richard. If you would like to see more of me, please hop over to my page, Heavenly Sprinkles. Yeah, we keep things nice and simple. The program's called Heavenly Sprinkles, and I've got Heavenly Sprinkles. I know Richard's done the thing at the bottom or whatever. Oh, actually looks like he's done it right. If you want to, please follow me over there. That's where you'll see that I do daily posts with card readings, and I do TikTok videos on there as well. And yes, I did notice, Richard, that you got your TikTok going and started to go. So I did notice that. So by all means, hop over. You'll see SPTV's TikTok that's being built and grown and developed, and you'll see mine. And I know that Bill's got on there, and I'm sure loads of other mediums that I know, but I can't name them all. But I know lots of the mediums that you will see presenters also have TikTok as well. So please pop over to my page. If you're looking for TikTok, you just see this ugly mug with Heavenly Sprinkles. It's the same thing. And you'll see what I'm up to. And if you are in the local area of the Essex Wickford, I am on platform tomorrow, but that'll be all on my page. So a massive thank you to everybody that's come on. Thank you to everybody that's liked, commented and shared. If you have had a reading with me or another medium, please put down a review onto SPTV. You know what it's like. It's like trust a trader. It helps people know that they want to come for readings, that they've got a good reviews on there. So please, if you do have had a reading with one of us presenters, please take time out if you can to give us a review. It does help build the page up, and it tells Facebook that we are live and that we are an active page. And with that, I'm going to say good night and say thank you to everybody that's come on. I hope you've all had a cracking evening. Look out for the new shows. 2 new shows. Look out for Jake tomorrow, and I will see you in a fortnight. And I shall say take care, look after yourselves, and catch you very soon. Bye.